So, the final episode of Gen V has dropped, and now it's time to talk about it. I think that this was a phenomenal season, one of the best seasons of the Boys franchise on Prime. It just has so great characters and phenomenal sequences, along with just a great villain. So, let's get into it. This is going to be a spoilers talk review, so if you haven't seen the full show, I recommend you watch it and then come back. I have spoiler-free episode thoughts for each episode, obviously. So watch those if you haven't seen the whole show. But I want to get right into the spoilers, and I got to say that I think Cypher was easily one of the best villains that this franchise has ever had. And I'm not even just talking about Hamish Linklater's Cypher, I am also talking about Ethan Slater. They were both phenomenal. Granted, we didn't get Slater as long as we got Linklater, but he was great in the one episode. And just seeing how that whole episode came together, that finale, was just so good. And I thought it was I thought it was phenomenally well executed. And I cannot wait to see what our characters do after the events of this episode, what they do in the future, and I think it should be phenomenal. It was just great watch. I think the story of the season about forgiveness was great. I just loved all of it, and the final moments and that setup for season 5 of The Boys, giving us Starlight back in the show. The Black Noir and Polarity scene in the finale was also hilarious, but just let's talk about those final moments. Starlight showing up, but not just Starlight, but then you just hear boom, and A-Train showing up. That was a great little ad, especially since, as I was chatting about this with others, he brought up how season 1 of Gen V started with Marie's family praising A-Train, but knowing that he was a douche and an asshole at the time was but then you see it at the end, him there to help the resistance. It's just a full circle moment that's just so nice. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. It's so cool to see the evolution of what was one of the most hated characters in the show now become a great hero. And just seeing that little scene at the end really gives you more hope for the finale. And especially with the redemption of Kate and Sam in this season. Granted, they weren't too far gone, but I really like how they were handled here. Emma, again, being great. It's just all these characters were so phenomenally well done. And let's not even forget about Polarity, who was one of my favorite characters this season. Just everything he did. This was just a great season of great characters. And the Stan Edgar surprise appearance, I think he'll be playing a big part in season 5. Just so many pieces to the puzzle. And they were all phenomenally well handled, in my opinion. I think this could easily be a top 3 season of the Boys franchise. And it was just so unexpected. This was a great season 2 and a great setup for the future of the franchise. But yeah, I cannot wait for season 5 next year. I hope you guys can't either. I hope you stick around long enough for me to talk about it with you. But that's pretty much all I have to say about Gen V Season 2. This was a phenomenal season. I just really loved the character work that was put into this season. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on Gen V Season 2 if you've seen it, or what you thought of the season, because I already told you if you haven't seen it, don't watch this video. But subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Until next time, bye.